It's Friday morning. Thank you for joining me. You're live here with the Songbird Stamper. My name's Heather Thomas. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I'm here today to craft with you, live. So it's a little bit miserable outside, so I'm hoping a few of you will be on today. It's been beautiful this week, absolutely beautiful. So personally, I've been out and about an awful lot, making the most of the weather. And I wonder whether you guys have been too. So if you're watching on the replay or watching live, do let me know what you've been up to. I'm just going to try and grab the video up so I can see comments and see who's logging on. Excuse the noise, that's just my laptop whirring away. So I've got something today which I haven't really done this. I would call it a technique, but it's probably not a new. It's just a way of working with vellum. It's not something I've really done before. So I thought I'd show you and share it with you. Hey Kay, nice to see you. How are you doing? Oh, sorry. There we go. Good morning, Claire. Nice to see you this morning. How are you doing? All right. Well, I hope everybody's well. I don't really have an awful lot of news to report. I have got some more kits in the house. Stampin' Up! Kits went live on the 1st of June to customers. So they are available to purchase now. Yeah, what else is going on? What else is going on in the world of Stampin' Up? Oh, there's the last chance sale. Don't forget there's the mini catalogue. I think I probably told you last week. This one is disappearing at the end of June. So there's a bit of a sale on at the moment with some really good discounted products, actually, down to 50% off. So if there's anything that you fancy out of that catalogue, make sure to check out the last chance sale, which you can do either through my website. There's a link to it on my website, or you can head to the Stampin' Up! Store. Let me just put that away. So I'm going to spin round, and I think we'll get going, shall we? Bear with me while I try not to make you too sick. How's that look? I hope you can see. So I'm not going to make these cards exactly, but this is the kind of thing that I'm going to show you how to make this morning. This one's a beautiful set. This was actually made for a blog hop that I never actually participated in because I was out busy having fun. So I need to pop that on the blog, but I really like the idea behind this and how it was made. So I'm going to try it with another set or two this morning. And this one is with the hand-penned stamp set. So I'm going to show you how to make those. But I say we'll be doing slightly different cards. So I've got a piece of Whisper White, thick Whisper White card, which I folded in half. And it was just 21 centimetres by 14.5 and scored at 10.5 to create the card base. And then I've got some design series paper. These are the In Colour, which is this one, and this is the Subtles pack. Because we're kind of in spring at the moment, I bought the Subtles one. Come summer I might buy the Brights one. Depends how much I use. I'm actually using quite a lot. It's lovely because for every Stampin' Up! Colour you've got pattern paper and you get 4 designs. This is the Mint Macaron one. And you get 4 designs, so 40 sheets in a pack. That's possibly my favourite one. Yeah. What colour should we go with, I wonder? I'm going to try doing some strawberries. So I'm thinking we'll go with So Saffron. I'll stick with, because I haven't got the Brights, and I kind of want to stick to the Subtles family for my cards, I think. So that they hopefully, when I've got all 4 made, we're going to try and make 2 today, they'll kind of look a bit like a set. That's the plan anyway. Whether it will work or not is a different matter. So for this one, I'm going to go for So Saffron. And trim this down to 14 by 10. So it's supposed to be an absolutely beautiful weekend here in the UK this weekend, so I hope you've all got some nice plans. I think we might be just doing some gardening this weekend. We might go down for a cycle ride down to the coast actually. Might be on the cards this weekend. I'm going to go ahead and stick this straight down. Now I was thinking I might do a little bit of prep for today's live, but I haven't. All I've managed to achieve is cutting 2 butterflies out. So you're going to have to see me doing a little bit of cutting and die cutting this morning. So that's our card base prepped. It looks quite mustardy actually, that's so saffron. Now I'll bring in my big shot. Or rather my cut and emboss machine. And I'm going to use the die, it's this one, I don't know if you can see this actually, this die here. And that is out of the Nature's Thoughts die set. It's a lovely set of dies. With some kind of random bits in really, for Nature's Thoughts. It does coordinate with the stamp set. I'm just going to trim this piece of paper, this piece of card. To fit. So we can run this through. When you're running dies, square dies or circular, or not circular, rectangular dies, always try and run them through at a little bit of an angle. Otherwise you get like a speed bump, which you don't want to force your rollers to go over, whereas you go through here, it just makes it much easier on the machine, so you won't damage your machine quite as quickly as you would do. Maybe otherwise. I'm just going to leave that there because I need to cut 2 of these for the 2 cards that we're doing. So, batch making things is always a little bit quicker because you can go and do multiples of the same thing. Just put the glue on. Glue it on. There we go. And that is all the die cutting I think we're going to be doing. Close up with my hand there, sorry about that. So I've got some vellum, Stampin' Up! Sell this vellum. It's a really, really lovely quality, nice and thick, nice and easy to cut, and that's what we're going to work with today. And then I've also got some Whisper White cards. So these are the 2 things we're going to need for this technique. Well, you need more than that, but it's the 2. You're going to need vellum and Whisper White. We're going to need some white heat emboss powder. So I've got my Stampin' Buddy, and I'm just going to rub that over the vellum because it can be quite staticky, and I don't want the strays of powder to be stuck on there. And this is the set I'm going to use, Sweet Strawberry. I don't know how this is going to work because I haven't tried it, but I just thought I'll do something other than what I've done. And I'm going to stamp a few of these. This technique definitely works better with line images. Okay, so distinctive stamps you could do it with, but it won't work quite as well. Okay, so I need the top to that, and I'll do a few of these flowers as well, I think. So let's grab some blocks. Mount these on some blocks. Need to have a bit of a tidy up in my block storage. I've got all sorts in there. And that one onto that one. Okay. Now I'm going to stamp in Versamark ink. It's a sticky ink. Do make sure you clean your stamps afterwards because Professor Mark really should be cleaned off. And I'm just going to stamp a few of these images. My strawberries are growing lovely at the moment. Got to keep remembering to water them, and my blueberries as well, because I want some nice ripe fruit. Now I'm going to do all of these in a one. I think I might have. When you stamp onto vellum, just be a bit careful that you don't slide as you go down. With these smaller stamps especially. That one's really slip sliding around, so I've just done a few. I'll do a couple of leaves. You can just about see where you've stamped, so I know I'm not stamping over anything. And we can always do more later if we want more. You get a little bit of time to work with the vellum and the Versamark ink, so it's still drying rather at the moment. Just going to loosely cut around this so it's a bit easier to work with. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is gently try and pick it up, coat it in the embossing powder. And if you notice you've got any stray bits on there, just tap it off afterwards, and then you can just go in with your finger. But we're going to cut quite close to the edge when we've done this. Excuse me. So I'm not too worried if I've got stray bits of powder like on the edge here. It's not too much of a problem. There we go. So I'll heat emboss those, excuse the noise. So when you heat emboss with vellum, it can warp slightly. So you want to try and not hold the heat gun on there for too long and not make it too hot, no more than it needs to be. So you can see this one here, that's where it's slipped and slided a little bit more than these two. So I'm not going to use that one. Could leave them there, but just to get rid of that one. Do you know what? The comments aren't coming up. I thought you were all just very, very quiet this morning, so I'm going to have a look on my computer. Bear with me. You've got a craft fair on Sunday, Claire. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, the weather's supposed to be gorgeous. Do you know, I might come out and have a pop round, actually. Just got me on while you put away the grocery delivery, cook the chicken and the clothes, clean the washing machine. Gosh, Katie, you've got a busy morning. Good morning, Mary. Nice to see you. Oh, Anita, vellum's great, isn't it? I don't use it as much as I should do, but I thought this would be the perfect project for it. Hey, Lisa, no problem at all. You're not late. Right, let me leave that up there and I might be able to see. I don't know what's gone on with my computer. I thought, oh, nobody wants to talk to me this morning. So turn over your vellum. Okay, the reason we turn it over is because if we get I'm going to colour it in with alcohol markers, and if we get the alcohol marker onto the white here, you won't get it off. So we turn it over, okay? And I've got Poppy Parade, Granny Apple Green, I need a light. I've got so many of my dark Granny Apple Greens because I won't throw them away. And then I would like a Daffodil Delight, and I know I've used So Saffron, but the vellum tones things right down. Hey Heather, nice to see you. Hello Jill. And to answer for Claire in case she doesn't see it, yes, I think that's Port Solar that Claire's doing craft fair on Sunday, and it's quite good. I went before, it's quite a nice one. You can have a walk around, so I might tie it in with a visit to the gym actually. Hey Anne-Marie, nice to see you. Oh no, don't worry about being late, no problem at all. So yeah, the vellum tones everything down, so you can get away with using slightly darker colours. And I'm just going to colour these in. It doesn't blend quite so well, and you do get a more mottled effect. It's another reason that we colour on the back. So for these bigger images, it's not quite as good, but the smaller ones with the lots of lines in, they're going to look absolutely fine. So I'll have to just wait and see what these straws look like when I've done them. So I'm just popping a little bit of the darker colour on there. And then I'm going in with the brush marker actually on this one, just to try and get a better overall coverage. And it dries fairly quickly. So 11 till 5. That's a good time as well, isn't it? All day one. So I've got some dark Granny Apple Green, and I'm just going to go into my leaves here. I love this colour. Absolutely love it. Got my first in-person class tonight for, gosh, when did we start? March, April, June, so 12, 15 months without in-person classes, and we've got our first one tonight, just 5 of us, so it's essentially the same as going out for a meal or something like that really, but I'm really looking forward to it. So just keep checking, turning it over, seeing what it looks like. And again, just going to pop a little bit of, it's harder with this one, there's not much white space, or rather there's not much open space left. Ah, lovely, you take care of yourself, Jill. And I'll post the pictures up as well, so you'll be able to see what the finished cards look like. Have a nice day. And then I'll keep with the green, and we'll do these little leaves here. I go quite far up actually with the dark because so it doesn't blend all that well. So I want the dark to show when I come back in with the light. It can tone it all down a little bit as I go over it, if that makes any sense at all. It doesn't dry very quickly on the vellum, do just be aware of that. Doesn't really matter if you smudge outside too much because we are going to cut it quite close in, but I've managed to give it a quick little smudge because I wasn't paying attention to where my hands were. Could be a longer live today. I might have overestimated how long it's going to take to fussy cut all these images out. I'm going to go in with the Daffodil Delight. I know, Katie, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So this is the light Daffodil Delight. I'm just going in. I don't even think I'm going to two-tone this. I might grab the Might grab the darker one out actually, just give it a bit of a... if I can find it. Got too many pens, that's the problem. Calypso coral. Dark pale papaya. Let's just add a little bit of that in there and see what that looks like. Just a little bit of multi-tonal. Again, always remember to turn it over though, don't try and colour on the top side because it's so difficult to colour inside the lines. Hello Mary! Okay, so yes, Mary, this is stamped with white heat embossing. So I've stamped it with Versamark, and then I have heat set it. I've tipped the white powder onto it and then heat set it. And then we flip it over and then we colour the reverse side, and so that it doesn't matter if you go over the lines, because if you go over the lines on the front side you'll have not a clean crisp white image, you'll have a multicoloured line where you've coloured it with your alcohol markers. They work really well onto vellum, but not in big areas so much. It's really effective when you've got smaller areas or lined images like these leaves, because it can look quite mottled, and you'll see that when we do the strawberries. But with the leaves, because it's got lots of lines coming out over it, it looks good. So now what we're going to do is stick this. Oh, you're very welcome. We're going to stick this onto the vellum, onto the card, sorry. So take the vellum, take some Tombow glue. You do need to have a light hand with this, unless you want it to shine through. And where the white embossing is, so the outer edge lines and the centre of the flowers, I'm just going to pop a little bit of liquid glue. Just enough to, you just need enough to hold it down. So literally just a few dabs here and there, really. This can take quite a while as well, so just be patient with yourself. As you go around. Some images are easier than others. This one's not too bad, but so it does need, keep the nozzle in contact with the card, because it does need a fairly light hand, and then stick that down. And the same for this one, we need to stick this one down as well. So I'm just going to trim away some of that corner so that my strawberry will fit in there. Oops. And it's not the end of the world if you go over or outside, it's just trying to get the glue onto the lines. And with the flowers you could possibly just get away with doing the centres, to be honest, so we'll give that a go. As long as the middle is stuck down, they're so small. And then we've got to cut it all out. So I know a few of you will be dreading the idea. Now, when I did the sunflower, I'll leave these two to look at while I do some fussy cutting. When I did the sunflower, I don't have the dies for this, so I cut this out by hand. But you could use the dies. I think that would go through a piece of vellum and the cardstock, no problem. Certainly for this one, it has got the dies. Again, I fussy cut it because I really don't mind a bit of fussy cutting. I normally sit up here with the telly on and just cut away. And because you've got it glued down, just make sure your glue is stuck, obviously. You're just cutting away the two layers together. And what it means is because you've got the white cardstock underneath, the colour on the vellum just shines through so much better than if you just had the vellum on its own. And obviously you could do this flat onto a panel if you didn't fancy the fussy cutting, but I think this adds an extra element of dimension to your project. It's a bit more tricky to cut through because you're cutting through two layers at once. Ah, thanks, Lisa. Yeah, when I made one, I thought, oh, I wonder how that would work with another set. So I tried the hand pen petals and was really pleased with how that turned out, hence why we're going to have another two. I could have just recreated these, but I thought I'd try and show that it's actually a really versatile technique that you can use with lots of different stamp sets. You're just looking for that stamp set that's got the lined image. Really, I mean, the distinctive you could colour in still. It would work, but it would give a different effect. But yeah, we could be here. I had planned another set to use as well. Could be here a while. Because you want quite a lot of image. Again, I'm sticking with the same principle in that I'm going to pop this here. So you want, actually I'm going to turn it around that way. You want quite a lot of image, otherwise you'll just have loads of white space. And whilst I love white space, I'm becoming more and more accepting of white space. I still find it quite challenging to leave it. Hey Rachel, nice to see you. Rachel, I don't know if what I did say on a Facebook Live, but I'm not sure you heard. Your card for our moving home is still up. It's absolutely gorgeous. So thank you. And for everybody else, thank you for your cards as well. They came down already. Rachel's was a little bit later than others, so it went up later. But it's still sat on our bay window. Looking pretty, so thank you. So I'm just going to cut this second one. Thanks, Anne-Marie. Well, I'm glad you like them. They're just soft, aren't they? That's what I think the vellum allows you to do, is to use the colour, but really tone it down. And like Granny Apple Green is a really bright, vibrant colour normally, but used on the vellum, it takes on a completely different look. I must admit, we need to go shop. I need to go shopping. So I went out to feed the rabbits this morning. I was like, okay, rabbit rations. I'll have to survive until I can go to the shop after this. There's about half a cup full of pellets between them, whereas they normally have a full cup of pellets between them. Oh, they have had some. They've got plenty of hay and they've had some fresh veg. Give them some banana. I'm not sure how they'll get on with that. They don't normally have it. For some reason, I don't know, I just thought maybe rabbits couldn't eat banana or something. And we eat them, I must admit, we're normally quite good. So yeah, Rach, this Oh, I did thank you. Good. I couldn't remember. I was literally looking at it last night going, I wonder if I ever said thank you. Yeah, so this is, the vellum is stuck to the Whisper White card. So I've just put some dobs of glue on the back of the image, just, you know, centre of flowers or stems of leaves. And, you know, the more you put on, the better, the easier it will be to cut. But move those out of the way now. We're starting to get somewhere with this one. I don't know how much of this I'm going to need, but we'll keep going until I've cut enough. So you can just about see on this strawberry, you get that kind of mottled effect, which is, it's fine, I think, especially for a strawberry. But if you wanted a really neat look, this might not be, like a really kind of printed colouring look, this might not be the technique for you. I love this actually, it really tones it down. I'll do a couple of tops. Strawberry tops, I can't wait to eat my strawberries. It's actually the only thing that I've really grown with any success is my strawberries and my blueberries. Got lots of good veggies and fruit delivered this morning. Would have gone to click and collect, but the time's so awful. Ah, yeah, we sometimes have a delivery saver, and we do that. I keep saying I need to go. Need to go to the supermarket. Although we went the other day, I picked up some fresh fish, some potatoes, and some peppers, courgettes, aubergine, red onion, and we cooked on the barbecue. Cooked the fish, put it in a little parcel, chopped up the mini baby potatoes, just put them on a baking tray actually. We've got a couple of baking trays we didn't mind sacrificing if it didn't work, but it worked perfectly. Same with the roasted veg, just put them on a tray, popped it in the microwave, not in the microwave, on the barbecue. Exactly, Anita, they're rarely completely red. So it looks nice and natural. And it looks really fresh as well. Might turn out to be the favourite card I've made. With the strawberries. Although I have seen some beautiful things with them. I just haven't used them as much as I thought I might, I suppose. But they're here for another year. Which is good, really good to hear. I've actually got some prizes to give away at some point, so I must run a little giveaway or something. Because I don't know when we're going to have our next kind of main class. I'm just going to pop these leaves in because I want a little bit more spaced out of that greenery, so I'm just going to cut these leaves out, see what they look like. So I am running another Stampin' Blends course. I use my Stampin' Blends a lot, and there are so many. I mean, like I was just thinking, we did a whole 4 weeks class. I've got 1 bonus lesson to do in there, and that'll make 3 bonus lessons that I did in the course on how to use Stampin' Blends. And that's not including all the other things that I've shared on my Facebook Lives that you can do with them. So there's just, they're so versatile. So versatile. And running another course in probably starting August. Oh gosh, time is just flying away from us though, isn't it? So if anybody does fancy joining us on that course, it will be 2 options, as long as prices for things don't change, which I can't see that they will. it will be £160 for the product-based class, and for that you would get 19 stamping blends, you would get 4 stamp sets, and all the course materials, all the course guides, and 4 Zoom lessons and 3 bonus lessons. So that's amazing value. I mean, the product alone comes to £150. You're basically getting a course for free. So if you don't have any blends, or you kind of have been thinking, toying over the idea of getting some but not sure, then this could be a really good way for you to get them and learn how to use them. But if you've got stamping blends already and you would just be interested in the course, then it's £60. Like I say, for 4 lessons, it's just £15 a lesson, and then you get the bonus lessons there as well, which come through, and a dedicated Facebook group, no matter which choice you use. So you can share your work, get ideas, share inspiration. The guys who've just done it, I think, loved it. I've got a couple on here, so I'm sure they'll tell me if they did. And yeah, really excited to do that one again. So much to share, so much information. I'm debating doing a 3rd strawberry, but I just don't think it needs it. I think that would be too strawberry overload. I think there might be such a thing as too much strawberries. Or too many strawberries. You tell me. I'll see what it looks like when it's all put together. And the stamp set that I'm going to use, I really don't know about this flower. Pop that under there. Just need to go and grab the stamp set because we're going to be using it in class tonight, so bear with me. I've got this one, which is Create with Friends, and this one, which is Biggest Wish. They go quite well together. So I'm debating. I've put on this one, I put Hello Friend, and this one is You're Amazing. So I think I might go Hello Friend again. These are just going to be just because cards. I've got birthday cards lined up for everybody. You loved it, Mary. I am so pleased. And your colouring came on so well as well. I was absolutely chuffed to bits. And with what you've learnt, just need to get you some white card if you haven't sourced some already. Celebrate you. Amazing. You're amazing. Yeah, let's go for 1 You're Amazing and 1 Hello Friend, I think. So there's the amazing. And there's the Your. And I'm going to stamp these in Granny Apple Green. Oops, I just caught everything there. I'll have to rearrange it all. There's the You're Amazing. And then stamp this one down. And I know Katie absolutely loved the course as well, but I think she's busy putting the groceries away. Which is due diligence for you, doing the chores. So I'm going to fussy cut this one. Again, might not be the card for everybody if you're not a fan of fussy cutting. But if you are not a fan of fussy cutting and you don't have our amazing snips, do give them a go. And so you don't need to go, I'm just going to show you here, you don't need to go all the way into every nook and cranny. You can leave, certainly when there's a lot of white on the card already, you can leave quite a lot of white card. And just keep your scissors still, turn your card round. Can you see I'm just moving my card with my left hand? So it takes a bit of hand-eye coordination. And a bit of practice. Get rid of the excess bits. So yes, talking of gardening, I'm not particularly green-fingered. We had a peony, beautiful peony, growing in the middle of the bush, and the flowers just were dying, like the stems were dying before they'd even budded, really. So I thought I would give it a chance of life and move it, but it didn't enjoy my chance of life. The whole thing's withered and died. So I'm hoping that will come back next year. I'm hoping I've just kind of shocked it a little bit and that it will recover. And at that point I was going to move the rose as well. At that point I decided to Google, should I move plants? And the answer is no, not when they're in flower. So I've left the rose in situ. It's growing in a bush, so I just don't understand why it's growing in a hedge. It's growing in a hedge, like underneath the hedge. So that's the amazing. There we go, you're amazing. And now it's just time to pop it all together. So I'm going to stick this up on dimensionals. This is our panel. Ah, you did love the course. I thought you did, Katie. Oh, I know. So have you got to teach them from home? Katie's saying that her little one is off school. Her class bubble is closed. We all tested negative this morning. Good. Ah, that's good news. You didn't test Gary. Imagine he can probably test himself. So I'm just going to try and stick this on as straight as possible. As centrally as possible. And I've got quite a few marks here on the left hand side. So I'm just going to make sure I cover those up. Basically. I'm going to go flat, straight down with some, up on dimensionals with others. I'm just going to kind of try and rearrange it all again, get a feel for where I want it all. And then I can go in with the glue. I don't know, it's hard, isn't it? Arranging things is hard. Like I don't know where I want it. Another little flower down there to counteract the fact that I'm covering one up. Go there. So again, I'm just trying to create a little bit of a scene. Actually, I think I might want this strawberry the other way, a bit like that. Something like that, and then this one's going to come across like that. That one's going to come something like that, and then maybe a little butterfly. So it's going to be quite busy little card. But I'm hoping it will look okay. So let's go for it. Stick the butterfly down first because then I know what I'm working around. Oops, sorry, just knocked my head on the camera. Slowly but surely take those off. I can stick those to the top of my strawberries. the left one facing that way. Just got to remember when you do this and you lay it all out, you then just have to try and remember where you popped it all. She's remote learning. You've been helping with her maths today. Oh, bless you. I mean, literally, I've done nothing this morning. I wrote an email. I paid an invoice. So just remember, I want a little bit of glue there, there, and there. But it's going to hang off to the sides, so actually I didn't want it on the back there. Just take that off. Something like that. These can be fitted in afterwards. That's going to look like that. Testing my short-term memory. It's not always that great, I'll be honest. So actually I probably should have done this off the page rather than stuck this down first, because now I'm trying to stick things onto something that's got dimension, and that's quite difficult, but there we go. I do like to make life hard. Oh, Anita, I'm so pleased. Oh, that makes, you know what, it's made my day. Oh, it makes it, honestly, it makes it so worthwhile when people say things like that. Anita's just said, for anybody watching on the replay who's not reading the comments, Anita's just said, your cards are always so inspiring. I fall over myself trying to get to my craft room. Oh, honestly, it makes it all worthwhile when I know that you're now rushing off to get that vellum out, get colour in, and have a play. Yeah, that's why I do it. So he's going to go a little bit like that, I think. And then, so I think I want that flower there. Just tuck that under. Maybe, so when you've got dimension there, you can just chop. If you can't get that all the way under because of the dimension that you've got, you can just chop. And I'm leaving a little space here because I want to put a little gem in there. So I don't know whether I want a flower. Oh, decisions. So let's chop a little bit off this one as well. See how I feel about that leaf. Ah, thanks, Katie. Yeah, I really enjoyed the course because it's just, you can actually teach, I think, which is so nice. And I can see what you're doing, I can see where people are going wrong, hold their work up, and yeah, it's really, really good. So that's just going to bridge the gap between the two strawberries, I think. I'm hoping I'm not covering too much of them up, though. I don't want to cover too much strawberry up. Where's my other flower? I didn't stick it down already, did I? Oh, I've lost a flower. Oh no, I haven't, it's under here. Pull that up, because I don't think I do want that there. If I'm going to put the word amazing there, that's going to want to be about there, isn't it? And then is that flower going under the leaf, over the leaf? I think over the leaf. But I don't think I want dimension on it. I did have a great set of students too, Katie. Absolutely. So that's going to go there. This one's going to go up here. And then I'm going to grab some, I'm just going to go flat. Gosh, this is literally a throw everything at it card, isn't it? It's going to go flat there. I think that's straight. I've got some little dimensionals here. So I want it half on the word strawberry, half off. So the A onwards wants dimensionals on. So that's the A. These little dimensionals are great. I know you can just cut normal size dimensionals up, but there's something just quite nice about being able to pick a smaller one up and not have to ruin your scissors or anything. So I'm just going to pop a little bit in there as well. Peel all those off, pop a little bit of glue onto the other side, and that's going to stick down just like that. Now, I said we were going to put some gems on, didn't I? I'm going to show you how to colour some gems. I'm going to stick with green because that's what I've done on all the other cards as well. So I've got my dark granny apple green marker, and I'm just colouring in my gems there. It really is as simple as that. I might do more. I'm still undecided about this flower here. But I think we'll see. Got my Tiggy Pick tool. I'm going to do more gems. So I want another little one. Oh, that's the light actually, isn't it? You want to go with the darker colour. Same as on the vellum. It does just help to the gems in the vellum soften the blend. So the darker the colour you can use, the better really. And we'll do one more. Just do one more big one. One, two, three, four, five. I'm not sure it needs that extra flower. I think I might just be making it too busy. It's hard to see. Trying to look at it on the camera screen rather than, yeah, I don't think it needs it. There we go, that's our finished card. You're amazing. No, it's 5-2. I don't think I'm going to make another one because we'll be here a while. This is the set though that I was going to use forever and always, because again I think this would be a nice one to work with. I think that would look lovely heat embossed in white and then coloured in. I think that would be really effective. So I may do one of these and then share that on my social media. But that's the technique, my guys. Hope you like it. It's quite cool, isn't it? And see, you can use it with loads of sets. Honestly, loads of sets. It's so versatile. No flower. I agree with that, Anne-Marie. Yep, it doesn't need it. In which case I might just move this gem. Pop it there. If you get your fingernail right underneath the gems, and I must admit when I stick them on I only just kind of lightly place them on so that I can move them. Oh, you like it. I'm pleased. Thank you. Well, thank you for joining me. I say they're quite dimension heavy. So might be a thick letter, to be honest. Oh, you're more than welcome, Katie. Nice to keep you company. Washing machine seal is now clean. Chicken is cooked, and the groceries away. Good job. Nice productive hour that was. Well done. Must take note. Take a leaf out of your book. So that's all. Yep, that's all, folks. I will be back next Friday. Yeah, I'm not working. I'm working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I'll be back next Friday with some more crafty fun. See what I've got in store for you. Ah, thanks, Kay. I'll get Mary. I keep wanting to call you Gunter, but Mary, you enjoy. Have a go. Grab that vellum out, guys. Get creating. You're more than welcome, Trina. No problem at all. I'm glad to have inspired. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. And I will see you all again really soon. Thanks, guys. Bye for now. Take care.